All right, we back with Coach Kyle. With that
what's
finishing
up,
the
yo?
workout, man. How you feel, man?
Man, this is what we do, man. You know, I finished, completed my week. Feel good, enjoy my weekend. Man, I appreciate you coming down, man. I really do.
Been a minute, man, because you know, different job,
busy,
different schedule.
But you got kids too.
Yep.
So, you know, everybody don't understand. We got to take time off of things that we love and get to work in and whatnot. So, that's it. So, what you thought about the Devin Haney podcast that night?
Oh man, that's what I had to ask you about, Coach. Now let's really talk about that for real, because you know let's talk about last night. Then we'll go to the night before. But last night the topic was Tank doesn't need Devin Haney.
No.
Does
Tank need Devin Haney? No, he doesn't. To tell you the truth, if you remember in Floyd career, he talked about that. He spoke about that he's not he's a prize fighter. He fight for money. You know what I'm saying? You know, the belts are good, but when you look at the sanctioning fee and all that stuff on the belts, that's a lot of money and whatnot. And then in Devin's situation, he just won the belt. Gambosa wanted to get his opportunity to exercise his rights in the contract and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So they got to deal with that. Like I always say, Gervonta Davis just want to make his money and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? If the opportunity oppose itself, you get what I'm saying? You know, he got the right to make the decision that what he want to do. You know what I'm saying? He did say it out of his mouth that, you know, that time will happen. But when you sit down and look at the situation, somebody got to deal with Barbosa. You know what I'm saying? And then you know, rumor that okay, Tank and Haney do get a chance to fight. If they do get a chance to fight, that the winner would be Gambosa. For what? Unless he beat
the Gambosa, yeah,
Haney. Unless he beat him, you know what I'm saying? You know, you got to understand is everybody talk about when you take a loss like Lomachenko, he took his loss and set back. You know what I'm saying? But he worked his way back what?
To get himself back into position.
So that's how the game actually is. You know, the best fight, as far as on numbers, if we know how the number games work, is Ron Garcia.
Is the Ryan Garcia?
Yeah, that's the best numbers because his numbers is live. It's real. It speaks for itself. You feel what I'm saying? That fight was been trying to be made for a while and whatnot.
You know, speaking of that, Coach, let's stop right there because Ryan was at Tank's fight.
That's the whole purpose. If anybody knows boxing, he's got to fight for Fortuna. Fortuna's a southpaw fighter, about the same height as Tank. You know what I'm saying? Different type of dude, but he's a dangerous fight. It's a dangerous fight with less rewards, but he needed, right? He needed because of how he put himself in position of saying I'm gonna fight Tank. Fight could have been made. Nah, I'm gonna fight Pacquiao. Nah, I ain't gonna fight Pacquiao. So he got to clean that up. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you look at Pretty Boy, Ron, he doing commercials. His popularity is big. You know what I'm saying? So it only makes $1 for them two to actually get together. You know what I'm saying?
Now, with that being said, Coach, if he comes off with a very impressive performance against Fondor, how much more of that interest will it be for the Ryan Tank?
That's going to make it. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember, everybody still got to deal with their situation and whatnot. And then, again, Devin got the zone and Bob Arnett. You know what I'm saying? And
with the ESPN situation.
Yeah, they got to figure it out. So at the end of the day, I know it just ain't gonna happen overnight.
That's the part I was trying to figure out because, like you said, he has those still tied up with the Gambosa situation that we don't really know what the details of that.
Only them, and I know he's not gonna walk away unless he get a payday. And you know what I'm saying?
That was the whole reason to do
he was smart
to do the rematch.
Everybody was smart on their behalf. You know what I'm saying? The Haney team and the Gambosa team, they were smart. Look, okay, he beat me. I get a witch cut because if I don't see him doing anything different against Haney if they have a chance to fight again. You know, let me see.
Another thing that he didn't mention, I don't know if y'all mentioned or not because I didn't see that was let's say if they was to ever meet, is the 135 140 an issue for you?
No, we fight at 135.
Yeah, exactly. Because the reason
that Tank can make 130, He can't make 135 and he can't make 140.
No, the reason I asked that because it seemed like I don't know if he was pushing more towards the 140 than the 135 with Devin.
Oh, Devin, no, because Devin came out his mouth, or their team came out of their mouth that they was going to 140.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
It makes you think, okay, let me hurry and get the biggest fight that I can before I make another move. You get what I'm saying? So right now, it's a waiting game, it's a C game, you know. But like I said again, and I always look at Floyd's situations and you know how he did things and whatnot. At this particular time in Tank life, he ain't been fighting champions and still selling out arenas. You get what I'm saying? And it's been good
and making
fights.
records.
And it's been good fights. It's been exciting. He's been giving his fan base what they asked for. And how would I sit there and say, he making niggas stars.
Exactly, because after you fight Tank, you getting all types of deals.
Who ever heard of some shit like that? You know, so again, it's making that weight class even lucrative than any other weight class out there. You with me? Y'all still got Cruz on the what you call it. You know what I'm saying? And then you got my man Rolly. You know what I'm saying? He's still out there. You know what I'm saying? So again, it have to make sense. All of it had to make sense because Tank is not taking no pay cut. I know that for sure.
I know that's right.
Yeah, he ain't taking no pay cut.
Now, with that being said, Coach, as far as playing out of the different fights that's coming up, does that all depending on where he lands or if he stays independent or sign back with Mayweather?
If you look at the logistics of everything, right, that dynamics works for us. It works for us.
That's good, man.
It works for us because, how would I sit there and say it's love there. You got Al. You know what I'm saying? You got Al. Al tells Tank, you do what you're supposed to do, sky's the limit. And I'm seeing that. You know what I'm saying? Floyd, if you go back to one of his interviews, he said, I don't care about Tank making the money, I care about the talent. You know what I'm saying? I always sit there and say, Al and Floyd is one and the same. Now Tank and Floyd is one and the same. Y'all don't understand what I meant by that. It's the way how they move. You know what I'm saying? And it have to make what's the benefits of how they're going to come out on top. Because at the end of the day, in that ring, it's a life-death situation. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I look at that shot Tank hit Rolly with, he didn't even throw it.
I was telling Coach Kenny that. Imagine if he would have put his full power behind that. That would have been bad.
The damage that he did with that was a focused Tank. And everybody said they say Tank was just looking for a one punch. He don't be looking for. I don't train that. I don't train that. You get what I'm saying? I train to hurt somebody.
We just talked. I talked with Coach Kenny about that.
To hurt somebody. You get what I'm saying? Okay,
go back to this, Coach Cal. Remember the video that Coach Kenny had put up where they was showing basically how you set up, how y'all worked on setting it up for that punch.
It's a lot of stuff. The day you was the only one who got a chance to see some of my drills, and that was just on the small level. That shot, man, we was working on that shot, and certain exercises that we did for that shot. Every box raw know, because they catch all our shots that we do, and you'll see them sometimes running back when we doing certain things and whatnot. But at the end of the day,
I look like one about to leave.
At the end of the day, that he got the job done. He got the job done. That fight, Rolly stepped up to the lights. He stepped up and put on a great performance. He gave the people what they wanted to see.
You know, Tank felt real comfortable. It kind of reminded me of sparring, Coach, because you know sometimes he be in sparring, how he talked to the people by the ring. He was comfortable in his element.
I don't get it, man. I'm saying that camp to me was my baby Gervonta Davis. Like when I first had him, he was having fun. He was free spirit. Came in laughing. Had his family with him. He was at peace.
I'm glad you said that. How was this camp compared to the camp before that?
This camp was unreal, man. Unreal. We was all on the same page. We came in and did what we had to do. Everybody did their job.
Less people around.
There was no distractions. No distractions. Everything was taken care of. The sparring partners that came in to help us, man. Kudos go out to all the sparring partners that came out and helped us do what we do. It was fun. It was actually fun. So it's given us, how I look at it, every camp it's a class to make us better on what we do. It makes us better at what we're doing because we're the new kids on the block. We come out of nowhere.
Let me ask you, Coach Cal, coming from that camp before that, what did you learn coming out of that camp? Because you had a lot of patience, a lot of everything.
The first camp when he fought Cruz, like again, I tell everybody, I was working on the promotional side for our youngins and stuff to strategize. Not always had to put the kids on tank card until you got to give them something to work for.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just putting the team together at home, what they have to do to make them understand and see the vision and understand of actually doing something to see the fruits from it. And when we put on that Put Up or Shut Up show, it was like, Coach, we understand what it is now. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't about making money. It was about enhancing the growth of our youth. You know what I'm saying? And what I learned is now, since I have a bigger platform, is to put people in and let them know about the programs and stuff that we have in the city that's going on there to give people resources to make themselves better at what they do. And but it cost me, and almost got in a situation where it would have cost Tank me not being there on time. You know what I'm saying? But that was a lesson for me. Like anything that Tank got going on, you got to drop it. Got to drop it and focus on him.
You talked about that because let's talk about that. I don't know if you want to or not, but like you said, putting the fighters that's under him in position, where you saw the signings of the Malik Hawkins, the Malik Warrens, and to see where they are today, how frustrating is that?
It's sad how he put everybody in position by putting everything on his back and believing in what me and Kenny was telling him. You know, when I talk to him, man, it's like we like this one, and he understands like, yo, it's not about you, it's about everything that we do, because this is the mission I believe that we have to accomplish. You get what I'm saying? Because it's bigger than boxing. And when he sit there and say in certain interviews, it's not me alone by myself. I have other people behind me that's coming. It's just, do they follow the blueprint? You know what I'm saying? And you can see from certain situations, it's a difference, you know, because we from Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own lane. But right now, Tank put everybody, he put the city on boxing. He put the city on in boxing. Nobody ain't do that.
You know, speaking on that, Coach, you know, like you said, relationships and things. How was it like after that 15 rounds with Tank and Jaleel? How's their relationship like?
Because Tank know when I bring the Jaleel to the table, and Jaleel even know to push him. He and Jaleel, when Tank is ready to go leave and chill, Jaleel gonna be up in that spot. He was a good team, good family. You know what I'm saying? Jaleel good. I know his heart. I know his drive. I know his push. I see it.
He genuinely got love for Tank, man.
Only thing, he definitely loved Tank.
I ain't gonna lie on that.
He be like, yo, I want wherever Tank at, I want to be there.
Yeah, for real. For real.
And the funny thing about it, he didn't grow up with Tank. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what's funny too? DC Baltimore.
Yeah.
You know how DC Baltimore.
Yeah, that's true. That's why you see Stacey Selby around us.
That's right. Stacey, DC.
But when I go back and look at some footage, Stacey been with me since he was a
little
dude.
Yeah. You know
what I'm saying? I talked to his mom, miss his dad. But that shows you relationships. That's what relationships and trust. That's what it's all about. And loyalty. Them ingredients they put in the pot to make that dish taste good. You know, and Tank been doing it. Man. He been doing it.
Man, it's like since the family Tank, man, it's like a lot changed
around.
Well, like
I said, it's like Floyd. Remember Floyd was a pretty boy? Then he went to the Money Mayweather. Tank studies him. He studies him. Not the fight. The person. The person, man. And sometimes I be saying, he ain't listening. Then when I go back and look and see all the work he putting in, I say, yo, be listening. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't nothing, he don't let nothing get past him that I see. You know, we could be if you doing something that you ain't got no business doing, he'll let you know. You know, and that's something that I taught him to watch his surroundings, know what's going on. And he's doing a good job at it. Right now we're in a new era. that is making decisions, making business moves. There's a lot of stuff going on. You know, like take the training wheels off and put the big boy pants on. You know what I'm saying? And then let's see what's happening.
Now, Coach, to switch the subjects on you a little bit, the Rise podcast, man. Like I said, you see some of the biggest YouTubers in boxing really paying attention, man. And I see how you grew it from the beginning, man. And now it's going to be to a point, man, you're going to be able to have special invited guests with all the different boxers coming on.
That's what the plan is. Reason why I do it like that, because people don't understand what's going to be coming out this gym. People don't understand. People don't know how many fighters that I worked with and had great success with. And if you had a chance to talk to some of them fighters, matter of fact, I might put a lot of them fighters on there so they can give their experience of actually working with me. I know they know when they get me, I truly do care, you know, because it's about the job at hand. You know what I'm saying? I had Cassius Chaney down here. I had Demetrius Bailey down here. Man, a whole bunch of them. Like we got Demond here.
Yeah.
Man, the list go on and on. You know what I'm saying? The two babies that I work with hands in hand. Even Riri, remember Riri?
Yeah, I remember Riri.
Douglas?
Yeah.
See how her it was. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got Tank and I got Truck. You know what I'm saying? But I just can't wait till this next generation gets started. You know.
You know, speaking of Truck, Coach, what's next for Truck?
Well, right now is staying in the gym, preparing ourselves for what's going to come down the paint. That's what I tell him, you know, right now. On the business side, because of certain situations, my job for him is just when he come in this door here, to get him ready for any situation that he go into. You know what I'm saying? Everything is based on that individual and what decisions that individual make, because that's the decision that he got to live with.
Got to make the right decisions. Though.
Yeah, I mean,
have a strong team.
That's with anything in life.
Yeah, that's with anyone. Of anyone else.
So,
yeah.
Again, whatever decision that you make is your decision, and you have to live with it. You know what I'm saying? But you have to make a decision that's best for you.
Now, I see you really enjoyed the camp down there in Miami. Will that be the new spot for Tank as far as having camps?
For Tank is enjoying his space right now, right? I got a couple of realtors that's looking for some space for us down there. But I like it down there. Like I said again, is how can you not be happy when the sun come up every day and no rain?
It's away from distractions also, it seems like also.
Well, it's more than that, to tell you the truth, man. It's just like we getting... Love my city. I'm Baltimore, true, but I get a chance to get away from the city, to gain my thoughts, to come back in city to put the work in. It's just like when Jesus had to walk in the desert, and he asked his Lord, "I thought you forsake me." I said, "I didn't forsake you. I was carrying you." And that's what it is when you get away from everything.
Let me ask you, Coach. You ever see yourself leaving Baltimore? I mean, living outside of Baltimore.
I don't know. It's where my Lord take me at, where my spirit's taking me at, to tell you the truth. Right now I can't go, because if I leave, I can see a lot of kids' hearts crushing. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to do is formulate a team. Get what I'm saying?
You talked about it earlier, to carry on if you was to not be around.
Anything happened to me, Kenny steps up, be me. Hunt step up, be Kenny. Steve step up and be Hunt. That's how it works.
You always talked about it. It's a process. It's nothing easy. And you've been doing everything step by step, and everything's coming to fruition.
I'm teaching. It's just right now, I just got to get people on them high level to believe in the process. You get what I'm saying? Because it's just like when I used to work for Phillips Food, youngest black manager there. And when Mark, Steve, and me met each other, I said, "I'm no different from you, you no different from me." And he said, "What you mean?" I said, "You get crab meat from overseas, come back and put a cut on it. What's the difference from a person in the streets? You're just doing it legit. But if you mess up and kill somebody with the food, you get what I'm saying? The feds all on you."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "You know something, you're 100% right." So I take that concept and apply that same concept with my boxing. You know what I'm saying? It's just like work. It's just like work. You don't come in here. I'm training you for life.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything that you learn is not about the fight, it's about life situations that you always got to compete.
Coach, that's a great point what you're saying right there. Because up there, every youngster that comes through the door is not going to be a professional fighter, but you're helping them through life to teach them.
I have bus drivers, I have truck drivers, I have supervisors, I have news anchor people that actually came through our program boxing, and they made a life out of themselves. You know what I'm saying? Another thing is, just don't teach them how to eat, teach them how to fish.
Coach, now you've learned a lot about the business side of boxing.
It's the same way I treat the business side like the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Like boxing, there's so much to learn. Because again, it's levels.
The reason I was asking that question, do you see yourself after it's said and done with Tank, maybe going over to that side, running like a GDT promotion, because you have the knowledge of the inside of the business?
Like I tell you, it's where my spirit sends me, you know what I'm saying? And what kid believe in the process, the system, you know what I'm saying? Wherever that kid that's in our circle believe in it, that's where I'm at. To get him where he need to be at, and put the best people around that individual to actually help that individual to be who he's going to become. And that's what Tank is, And I'm hoping that Tank be the one that actually stir the ship.
Interesting.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That he be the captain, and the rest of them, all the brothers sit there and say, we're gonna make it work. Make it work. Because you gotta remember, you gotta remember that the youth depends on them. You hear what I say? The youth depends on them.
Speaking of youth, Coach, how's Darius doing?
Darius is doing good. I ain't seen him. He called me once in a while. He was supposed to be.
He's still on the bike?
Yeah, he's still on the bike. He was supposed to pop up in the gym, but I haven't seen him since I've been back and whatnot. I'm like this. You gotta want it more than me. If I say you want it more than me, then I got the reason to put the time in. You know what I'm saying? Because if I don't get a kid, there's gonna be a kid over there that want it more than all of us, and I'm not paying attention to him. So I have to keep my eyes open and let the spirit direct me to that individual to give them the assistance that they need.
I gotta ask you about Junior, Coach, man, because see, like your heart right there.
Oh man, you're getting me emotional. Junior, I see Tank in him. I see Tank, but he's a different. Tank was quiet because of his upbringing and everything. But Junior got a personality, and even Tank like Tank be tripping on him, and I just can't wait till we start shooting him playing Tank. I can't wait. I can see it that he's going to do a good job playing Tank.
Oh wow.
He putting the boxing in perspective. He's doing a lot of stuff. I can't wait. That's going to be an interesting story of telling Gervonta Tank Davis' story from child and up to where he at now.
Now, Coach, what was the process of putting Squeeze and Senior, out there in the front for the Rise podcast?
Squeeze been with me for a long time. When I used to do shows here at Upton, he used to keep the crowd laughing and everything. And I seen his talent. Man. And Squeeze a company man. He gonna do what the company asks him to do and do respected of him. And he a funny dude, man. He sing, he jokes, he gets serious. He try to, and I always tell Steve.
And he love the kids.
Himself.
He
he got this little young lady named Angel.
Angel, yeah, I was about to say.
He worked with her every day, and that's what you get what I'm saying.
How's her confidence been going since he's been working with her?
She come in, she speak to us now. She work out. She don't worry about that. She's building relationships. She's definitely building relationships.
So she's building her family a village.
Yeah, to the house now. Yeah, okay.
All right, Coach.
So in that process, I love it. And Senior Card, man, he stick to the protocols. When I first met Senior Card, that's actually Nikki's brother, my partner. Nikki that actually keeps everything right for Parks and Rec.
I didn't know that was her brother.
Yeah, that's her brother. They don't act like it, but they,
yeah.
But they love each other. Don't get me wrong. But they stay business. You stay business when you're dealing with business and whatnot. And he took over and said, "Yo," and we have our little meetings. And I try not to micromanage anyone. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the flower grow, and he's making it grow.
Man, it seems like, man, you got everything in place, man. Not yet, but you getting the pieces together. You definitely getting the pieces together.
Not yet. When it come together, man, it remind me of Manual Stewart. That's what I get that energy from, Manual Stewart.
Let me ask you, Coach. You always hear about the Derrick James.
That's my boy.
Love him to death.
That's my man.
But I gotta ask, Coach, when you and Coach King gonna get y'all flowers, man, for the work y'all put in?
Well, Derrick got 2 champions. You know what I'm saying? I had a possible 3 champions. One of them gone. Malik Hargis, love him. That's my baby. You know what I'm saying? Grew up in it. You know what I'm saying? He took it as far as he wanted to go with it. Then we got Lorenzo. Then we have Tank. You know what I'm saying? So when Derrick got Charlo and Spence, rightfully, he's supposed to get that spot. You know? I'm just hoping I can squeeze through that crack because of the work Tank been putting in. You know? They don't never give Tank his just due. And we keep showing up.
Let me ask you, why you think they always question his boxing skills? That's the part I never understood.
I don't know. I ain't been on the internet to really read.
All right, Coach, you back there. You know, the question about Tank's boxing skills.
Everybody going to keep texting Tank's boxing skill. But to me personally, y'all ain't see the best of Tank yet. I've been telling y'all, and every time y'all see him, that's not, you know what I'm saying? I hate that thing that they say styles make fights. Get what I'm saying? No, fights make fights. Get what I'm saying? Because sometimes you can have 2 skillful guys in there and you don't get that exciting fighter because they both sharp, they both mentally sound, you know what I'm saying? And it won't be the fight what the fans looking for.
Right there. Would you say that Spence Crawford, how you see that? Will it be the barn burner Hagler Hearns or Sugar Ray Hagler?
It's based on who push each other. You get what I'm saying? Because at first, in one part of my thing, I thought Terrence had more dub than Spence. Spence was more technical sound than Crawford. But then when I look at both of them and how they are, man, that fight supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? Because in my head and in my mind, it's no number 1, it's no number 2. Both of them equally until they fight each other. That'll settle who's the 1, who's the 2. So both of them still going to do good because they're both going against the number 1. You get what I'm saying? And that's how it's supposed to be. So right now, them 2 are paving the way for the next big mega fights.
Is that paving the way for the next mega fight between 2 black fighters? Yeah. What I mean, because they always question the numbers when you have 2 black fighters, like they can't sell or make money.
That's what they're saying, because that's what they tell us, and we don't know it until it happens. And that's been the tradition of USA, period. You know what I'm saying? You got to have something that actually going to bring them people to the tables that want to watch you perform. You know what I'm saying? The difference between us, we got a city that enjoys what we're doing. Some people just don't go to Tank fights to see Tank. They come just to support us, support the city, support what we are doing. I see now when I travel, right, the world love Tank. Yeah, I ain't say the city now, I say the world loves Tank.
Hell, my girls know Tank. They don't follow boxing, but they know when Tank fight.
I told you when Tank fought Gambosa in Atlanta, and I had to get the Tank, and I needed a ride because I accidentally put diesel gas in my van, and the girl said, "That little red boy, get in the car, let's go," and got me there to do what I had to do to get Tank ready for the Gambosa fight. So that shows something about his star status. You get what I'm saying? But like Terrence and Spence, them 2 fights is actually like Floyd and McGregor when they fought. It was big, made a lot of money. Oscar Floyd made a lot of money. Canelo Floyd made a lot of money. This is the first fight other than Floyd in it that you'll see somebody else trying to chase that record-breaking numbers. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, you're right about that.
You know what I'm saying? In basketball, they got a lot of stars that broke set a lot of records. But you seeing the new age stars coming, breaking them records. You know what I'm saying? So Floyd says it all the time, records are meant to be broken. You know what I'm saying?
That's a big thing in sports.
And I never heard nobody break Floyd's pay-per-view number yet. And they asked the questions because he was screaming and all this. You know what I'm saying? You got to watch what he done to actually make the numbers. When you got a good dancing partner, that's when you're supposed to show up. This fight with Spence and Crawford, they're both good dancing partners. You know what I'm saying? To make the skies the limit.
You know, looking back, Coach, man, over your life, man, you ever think you had this point, you about to a mega superstar in boxing, man? That's crazy.
Cause I don't even think about it like that.
Yeah, cause you Peepaw.
Yeah.
How did that feel when you got called Peepaw?
I just working. It's just work to me. It's just something that I'm supposed to do.
No. I'm going back to when you got introduced to Tank's daughter. He was like, "This is Peepaw."
Yo, when he called me, that's Papa.
Oh, where was it?
It was Papa. That's
Papa.
Papa.
That's Papa.
And when he said what he said to me, you know, I'm just like, I'm really in this young man's life. You know what I'm saying? And just to hear that come from him, it meant a lot to me because I have been in his life, and I don't push him around, and that I don't do none of my guys like that because I wasn't like that. My guys that taught me, my uncles and the people I put around me, they let me learn from my mistakes.
I was about to say that was one of the things I heard Tank talking about one time, that you allow him to make the mistakes and grow.
You have to. I just don't make a mistake when you can't get back.
Oh, okay, that's important.
That's real, because once you make a mistake you can't get back, you're done. But you're going to make mistakes because that's life.
Mm-hmm.
If everything was going good in your life, you ain't learning nothing. You know, like all the situations that he went through, he sit back and focus on them things. You know what I'm saying? To try to make yourself a better person. Because that's what makes you a better person. I tell everybody, no one gave us a manual, especially single fathers, how to be a father, unless he came up in the house where you got the mother and the father in the house, so you can actually see how it's supposed to be done. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
Some of us come through some serious trenches, man, that, you know, and some of us make it out of it. You know? I had money before. When I die, I can't take it with me. When I went to jail, I couldn't take no money with me. You know what I'm saying? So what I try to do is just make the best of what my Lord blessed me with. You know, and it's not too far left, not too far right. It's just right in the middle.
Now I gotta ask, going back to the podcast. Now Bill gonna be a special guest. It seems like he been on there damn near every night.
Cause know why Bill like to be on there? Because he get to talk his shit. You know, he know that it's wholesome. You know what I'm saying? And Kenny, you know, he see it. Bill see it. My man Derek, I put Derek on there, but I'm trying to get my man Boots Dad on there. You know,
Bozy.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him on there. Because
good dude.
Yeah, great dude. He came through the same trenches we came through. Squeeze love him. You know what I'm saying? And Kenny and them keep teaming up on him and whatnot. So I decided to get Squeeze some firepower. And then I like to hear Boots' side of it. And Terrence Crawford, coach. I like to get him on there. You know, all of us know each other. So you get to see the guys that's actually behind the guys. It's the guys. And that's the real important thing.
It's almost like a safe space for fighters and trainers, and man, without being like, you know how
judge.
not
even being judged. You know, that's one thing I get on them about. I said, listen, yo, don't judge them fighters, because this is the part that get me. They never train a fighter. They never been around a fighter.
Ain't been in the ring.
Don't know nothing. But y'all quick to criticize the fighter. You know what I'm saying? Don't know what's going on in camp sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And I understand why they do it, because they look at the performance and the stacks and all that stuff. But sometimes, if you don't know, only speak about what you know. You know what I'm saying? So the Rise podcast is designed to actually uplift the fighters, to know who the fighters are. And people that turns into it, they regular fans.
I love it. Most of the time I'm in the road driving, because they be like, what's up? I was like, damn, I'm in the road driving. I can't talk. But I enjoy it though. I truly enjoy it.
It's basically family. Derek got on that. I got to get Derek back on there on Squeeze, right? Because we need to talk about that Ugas fight in Spence. Because Squeeze was saying Styles big fight, and Derek kept asking, okay, what Styles Spence gonna fight this time?
Yeah.
So that proved my theory about styles make fights. You know what I'm saying? Because Spence been switching it up according to who's in front of him.
Who's in front of him.
You know what I'm saying? Styles don't make fight. It's according to who's in front of you. Everybody change styles. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, you fight the same style, you're not going nowhere.
I think that's what Floyd talked about, man. He's like, man, I don't study tape because when I want something in the fight, if I see something going, I'm going to change it up.
The best to do it, man. I'm telling you. The best to do it, man. And me, I look at Earn Pride a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because he was one of the most fair fighters. You know what I'm saying? I look at the guys that can fight that didn't get the fights because there was a reason why they didn't want to fight.
Yeah, that's the reason why. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I look at stuff like that. But again, man, I want to thank Al Heyman. I want to thank our fans. I want to thank Mayweather Promotion. I want to thank Pops and Rex. I want to thank my whole team. I want to thank my Lord first and foremost for giving me the strength to do what I do.
Let me ask you, Coach, what you think they thought about, because I know everybody listened there. I know Mayweather them had to hear that podcast.
Yeah, I had a phone call last night. I actually had a phone call last night.
About that, right?
About that. And I didn't say anything. First thing I said to them, did you listen to the podcast? That's the first thing. You know, don't ridicule me if you didn't listen to it.
Now for 2-minute clip, if you hadn't heard the whole thing.
Right. Yeah. But Bill didn't say anything wrong. Bill knows the business. You know what I'm saying? And I kept saying, and I will keep saying, is whatever Tank want to do.
You've always said that.
Don't I always say that? It's whatever Tank want to do, because when he makes
once he tell you, your job is to get him ready in the ring. You've always said it. You've never deviated from that.
That's it.
That, and if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
I tell them that all the time. New word, guaranteed.
Oh, say that again. They use it, guaranteed.
Guaranteed. Look at your phone. It's in the count, yo. Let's walk. That's what it's all about, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, so like I said again, Tank know who he around. He know what he doing. He know who when he look at his accounts, when he look at what he's doing for his family, how he's doing for us, he know what he got to do.
See, he added his brother on the team.
Brother watching, he's doing a fine job. Michi, yo, I start laughing, yo, and Michi be straight up when something wrong. He'll tell me, you know. And Tank get on him sometimes, like, why y'all? He said, yo, that's like Pops to us. You know what I'm saying? I gotta let him know so I can hear his point of view. But at the end of the day, he's still gonna make his decision of what he gonna do. You know, that's what it's all about. Just being there and giving them an ear, because again, this is a new level for me too. You know what I'm saying? And I had people call me and, you know, let me know the ins and outs of what's going on and whatnot, right? But at the end of the day, it's still Gervonta Tank Davis' decision.
You know, speaking on that, Coach, who are some of the people that come to you to get mentored? Because, like you said, I can't imagine the list, man. Everybody coming to you.
It's a lot of them, but you know, I keep that confidential because they come to me.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And if and
you start dropping names, like, dang.
You know that saying is, what happens in the gym stays in the gym. Same thing. You know, we keep. That's that brotherhood. That's that brotherhood. If I got somebody's shoulder that I can go lean on, that's what I go lean on. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you need. Somebody you can talk to.
You know, it's actually, you said that too about the sparring the other night. You say, man, that was in the past. Yeah. We moving forward. Let's see what we do with the gloves.
It's a different challenge. It's a different challenge because of the simple fact that you got the crowd, you got the money, you got the win and loss on the line. So you got to show up. You know what I'm saying? You got to make the adjustments. You got to do what you got to do. That fight with Rolly, man, and I was sitting in the crowd, and people like, Coach, what Tank is doing? He can get you from 1 to 12.
You ain't lying. You better be perfect for 12.
You got to be perfect for 12. He's just like the feds. Can't make no mistakes. Can't make no mistakes because that's our type of time we on.
Hey, Coach, I truly, truly appreciate your time today. I can't wait for everybody to see it.
I can't wait.
Been a minute. You know, it's been a minute for me, man, to be up there, man. Like I said, it's home.
I only give exclusives to the only people that support what we do. You always support you, Elliot, Champ Makers, Blue Blood. Yeah. All of them. Fight Hype. I just started talking to Fight Hype because they said, yo, my brand is different. Don't smash this. If I see a outlet that's smashing the fighters, I don't want to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Because the fighters need y'all to uplift them to be a better person.
You're 100% on that.
And that's why the NFL and the NBA does so good. You know what I'm saying? Because they take care of theirs. Remember, listen to me. They take care of theirs, regardless of what outcome or whatnot. They have the rules in place to let the individual athlete know, listen, we're not going to tolerate that in our circle. You know, so again, that's what it's all about, man. Relationships.
Appreciate your time as always, Coach.
Appreciate it, man. Glad to see you.
All right, on the ropes, Coach Calvin. We up here at Upton. We out.
We out. Peace.
All right, on the ropes out here with Coach Calvin. Been a minute, man. We're going to follow him around today. Day of the life.
Day of the life. Man, I'm ready to just set up some drills for the kids, or for the pros. I'm a little tired because I've been training myself, man. I'm on my 5th day. I got to do 5 of everything. I'm beat, y'all. Know, I thought the stuff that I put the fighters through, I'm feeling when I'm putting myself through.
Let me ask you, Coach, as we walk it, man, how is it, man, that you have time for yourself, like with the boxers, the Rise podcast the way it is right now, blowing up?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out as we go along, but it's just based on the people you put around you. And the people I put around me, they understand what we're trying to do and whatnot, you know? So it's a good look. Definitely a good look. I'm trying to figure it out right now. Just keep working. Just trying to keep working it right now. Let's see what else is next. Just trying to figure it out, man.
When the last time you had a vacation, Coach?
I haven't. But I didn't want to say that. I just went to Atlantic City. It wasn't a rush, but I got a chance to get away. I want to really go to the islands. That's what I really want to plan for. I want to go to the islands and actually see some white sands and clear water. That's one of my biggest goals that I want to do. Just try to figure out who's next. That's the main thing.
That's what's up.
Bang. Always keep your feet in. If you kick it, that means you don't know where your feet at, all right? So pay attention to it. You gotta go down, make sure your feet there. Go down, man. Go to any circle you want. Keep your hands up. Good. Good. Good.
Switch. Go.
Good. Yeah, that's clean. You gotta be right here, man. Just pay attention, man. Come on. Nope. Get that feet off the ground. Off the ground. One for the head. One for the head. Bend your knee. Bend your knee. Now I'm going to put you in the face today. You want to box it, you want to face it. Step hard in there. Step hard in the neck. There you go. Step hard in the neck. Okay, muscle. There you go. Good. Now move your dead hand all over the sleeve. Wait. Good. Next. Good. Good. Elbows all over your feet. It's not. Don't stay like this. It's a no-no. Elbow. 55 years old. Come on, baby. No. I want to go back. There you go. Now go into this ball. You ain't listening to your corner. You ain't listening to your corner. Chuck, how far you run? Listen. That's why we're in the corner. No, it should be some tape over there in that corner on the ring because we had it all out here last night. Yeah. Boom, get out. And jab, boom, and turn at the same time. Right. Get out. Get out. Right. You gotta move your feet, your hands together. Right, watch that. Keep going. Get that. Tuesday and Thursday. And man, my man on Tuesday. Good morning. Take the fun.
Ain't nothing but a light fire.
You say you hear him talking, huh?
Like 5, what we talking?
wheel. Touch the wheel. Yeah. Touch it. Work on your wheel. And that's a little bit of opposition. Look at it in the vision. You already know. Jab hit so clean. You want him to get his hand and he's looking for that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. 1, 2. That's all I want, brother. That's about hard to do. So I asked you double jab. That's all I want. Good. That's what I want. Good. See how you punch it? Punch through it. Good. Good. You hear it? Don't let the bag touch you. Good. Nope. Good. 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 Lift your hands up. Good. 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 See? Turn your body low. Come up high. You ain't throw up. Yup. That's what you're working on. Take a deep breath. Right. Good. That's all you're working on. That's all I want to hear. Bring that business in. Good. Don't let the bag touch it. Slide your head off the line to get to that body, yeah. Look, yeah, look, that low move, right, that low move. Right, when you recognize when you're on that side, that's all right, 30 seconds to slide in, go straight to the head. Right off that move, boom! Good. Trying to break it. Trying to break his elbow and all that stuff. 30 seconds. Ah! I was like, sound like that. Sound like that. Hold on. We got 1 more minute down. We got 1 more. Or you want 2 more? Which one? Just give me some extra. I'll get 2 more then. That's what I want to do. My man. You just said what the camera picked this shit up.
Hey man, what they expect on August 6th, big dog?
Another exciting performance, you know what I bring, punishment to the table. Another flashy knockout. It's flashy, confidence, and the energy I'm bringing. They know how I'm coming, so 6-0, 6-0 with 5 knockouts. August 6th.
That's what's up, man. Good to see you, big dog. I ain't seen you in a minute, man. How things been going, man?
Good, man. Just taking care of the hard part right now and training so I can make fight night easy.
Let me ask you, man, while I got you, man, how things been going on Jeter Promotions, man?
Everything's been going good. Right now I'm 2-0 with Jeter Promotions and look to do some big things. Try and get the 10-0, get some big fights lined up, TV time, all that.
Let me ask you, man, what's the ultimate goal for you this year? How many fights do you want to get in this year?
I'm trying to get about 10 fights in before the year out, so like...
What?
Yeah. I'm trying to get the 10-0 before the year out. Not 10 fights altogether, but I'm 5-0 right now, so
you trying to get 5 more fights in before the year out?
Yeah.
So basically every other month, man, you gonna be in action.
Yeah, stay consistent is key, so...
And tell everybody what weight you fight at, big dog.
I'm fighting at super welterweight, 154 pounds, 160.
Let me ask you, what's your thoughts on the landscape of the 154 division right now?
Man, I think it's the toughest division in boxing right now. Nobody can seem to keep all the belts for more than 2 fights. So we'll see how long Charlo keeps the belts.
You know what? That's a great point that you said that they're not keeping the belts right. Because you always hear about the tough division at the 135. But that's a great point what you said. They're not keeping them belts at the 154. So that obviously telling you something, man.
It's the toughest division, you know. So I'm saying, Lewison can't keep the belt. Rosario can't keep the belt. Charlo can't keep the belt. Just keep fluctuating around. So I mean, it's a tough division. Everybody got tough fights. All the matchups in the 54 divisions, tough.
And what time frame would you like to get up to the 10 round? By next year?
Yeah, by the end of next year.
By the end of next year?
Do a few 6 rounders. If some guys can give me some rounds, you know, that'd be great. So, you know, I get in and get out.
But okay. I'm glad you said that right. Yeah, you know, Coach Kenny's philosophy is get him out early, knock him out. Coach Calvin wants you to punish him. What's your philosophy or what's your preference?
Get in and get out. You know what I'm saying? The less
all right, Coach Kenny, he with you. He said get in and get out.
The less punishment you take, the better, man. Get in and get out. I don't get paid for extra overtime. You know what I'm saying?
He said get it over with.
That's the motto. That's the motto.
Take enough punches to get ready for a fight.
Yeah, you feel me?
Man, you've been doing your thing, big dog, man. Hey, talk about the experience working with Coach Calvin and Coach Kenny, man.
The experience is great, man. I'm on the best team on the East Coast, so what can I say? I can't ask for nothing more, you know. Great guys that got around me, supporting me. The gym full of other top fighters, so I know I got to compete and keep up with everybody else, so we got a great thing going up here at Upton Boxing. If you want some smoke, come and get with us.
That's what's up, man. Appreciate your time, big dog. Time to get back to work.
All right.
Counter, right? Oh, third. Shake your leg. Come on. Right there. On slide.
Yummy.
You said get him.
Talking about alcohol, we talking about juices. A lot of time when people buy juices, they look at the label and sometimes they be bullshit with the label, 100% juice. It's bullshit. Look at the ingredients that they put in there. Some ingredients that they put in some product. Got sugar, got a whole bunch of calories in it, you know what I'm saying? And it calls you for not what? Burn what you need to burn. You know what I'm saying? And that sugar can turn to fat. So his main thing is monitoring his intake to keep himself hydrated, but don't be too much water in him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So once he start monitoring that, he'll start seeing the resistance, like we're seeing the difference what we're seeing there. You know, he's eating properly. He's getting this proper rest because he's been getting it here on time. You know, so he's saying that he have to make the necessary changes to make himself better. Mm-hmm. And that's what it's all about, to tell you the truth. Making the necessary changes to make yourself better. But at the end of the day, it's about you. Simple as that.
Simple as that. You say everybody done now, huh?
Yeah, it's a light day today. I ain't killing nobody today. We back at it. Hey, Monzo. I see you monkey. You truck at the mall. That's the ones that got stuff. I gotta stay on top of that. Okay? No break off.
Monday.
Monkey.
You running over?
I'm running, sorry. Tomorrow. Hey, Zay, let me I believe. What time is running again tomorrow? What time is running tomorrow? 8? You sure 8, y'all? Yo, I need a specific time, man. Come on. All right, 8. That's how we do it. I'm on the clock, man. Give me a time, show up the time you show up at. Hey, Monzo, 8. Emerson. 8 o'clock, Emerson. Stop ducking. Yeah. That's it. But that's the story of my song, y'all. Like Day is Friday, man. Hey, Mike. I asked Coach, can I take the day off? He said, yeah, because he tired too. We supposed to did 5 rounds of everything. Our routine was 5 bags, 5 rounds in the gym, 5 rounds around the block, pad work. It's in the bag. It's in the bag in the office. Where you got it the last time. No, look for the Under Armour bag. And I'm beat, man. It's 57 whipping my head. I'm feeling it. I spar every day. My knuckles hurting. So,
you ain't lying. When you get to the 50s, you feel it, man. I was in that combat class that night. My fingers swollen. I had to take my ring off because my hands swelled up.
They say the last thing to go is your mind, because your mind keep telling you can do shit, but your body be like, I'm telling you no. You know, so I'm actually feeling I want to work out because I don't want to say I did renege on what I was supposed to do, because that's not my character. Do what you say you're going to do, especially when God gave you this. There's no, when you say something out your mouth, you got to do it. Mike, you sure you don't want to work out today? No, but how you feel, Coach? You work a little bit. I'm tired. Let's get it in. We're going to do it. We're going to get our 5 in. Yo, that run. The ass.
So.
Let's coach, eh?
Let's do the 5. Since that was our main journey.
Yeah, that was our main journey. We gotta do the 5. So
do the 5.
We do the 5 spawn. But I like to run too. That's my weakness. That's my weakness. That's your strength.
Spawn and run.
It's spawn and run. I can go for that. I can go for that. Spawn and run, y'all.
And we probably do a round on the ass.
Say round on the ass?
We're gonna do what we can.
All right,
We're gonna just do what we can. See, that's what a real fighter trainer do. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Let's go, man. Let's get
All
this
right, we about to see you.
I was trying to find an out, but if I find an out, I'm giving fighters an out. So I ain't giving them no out.
I hear that.
You know, we're gonna stick to it. Our goal was to get them 5, go through these 5 days, and say we completed our goal. So we're gonna do what we supposed.
Oh, because you know, Bernard looking good now, Coach. He working on the stuff now. He don't slimmed up. He don't slimmed up.
When you get to a certain age, let me show y'all something. This is how I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to get you back like this. Falcon.
Yeah, sir.
Hey, buddy. Pleasure. I'm trying to get back like this.
I remember you showed me that picture before.
You ain't that far off.
I ain't that far off.
That's where you want to be.
I'm trying to get back there. You know? So if I can do that, alhamdulillah.
How many pounds weigh, Coach?
Well, at that fight, I was like 154. The goal is to get to 175. So I'm at 180 now, coming from 195.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it says a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
And my coach Mike tell me like, yo, nigga, you can go. You know, so we've been. This my other coach right here.
One day you was at 175.
Yeah, that's my other coach. This my other coach right here. He was how long? What we been doing in there every day, man?
Working. Like
he been laughing at us.
But they getting it in. You see the results. I mean, running. They've been doing laps around the building, sparring. Their cardio routine. I'm just be like, wow. We laughing, but we see the progress. You know, slow progress is the best progress sometimes.
Even the kids like, yo, coach, you looking good.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm training. You know,
you doing what y'all do.
Yeah, so so it's paying off and whatnot. You know, it's paying off. But today, I ain't gonna lie, I feel it.
You say you feel it, Coach?
I feel it,
You
man.
need a rest day, coach. You know that.
Look, as soon as I get finished working out, I'm done. I ain't doing nothing else. I'm gonna duck everybody. That's it for me, man. Look, see, y'all getting cleared out again.
Yeah, I hear that.
Sending them on their way. All right, man, you have a good trip here. You enjoy yourself? I know he's smiling.
How you enjoy it up here, Upton, man?
I love it up here. I'm gonna come back up here on Tuesday.
Yeah, see? It's all about having fun, man. Wait, tell me what your name and where you from.
My name is Louis Williams. I'm from Baltimore.
How did you find out about get the connections to come up here with Coach Ken and Coach Kenny?
I fought one of Coach Mike's kids.
Oh, Coach Mike.
And I've been talking to him since then.
Hey, Marzo, how you get here? What made you come to Upton? From who? From where?
Hold up. Well, what'd you say? What'd you say, Mazo?
They gave the fight because Calvin was in the corner, man.
No,
they gave the fight to the opposite team. So I
beat that. We beat
I gotta
that
get
fight.
with the winning team. I'm a winner. I came over to the winning team,
since you've been
and I'm a winner. You feel me? That's how that goes.
We get a lot of that. I ain't lying, we get a lot of that. That's not the first time, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of kids, they want to see him do something with their career. So me and Kenny and Mike, Hunt, Steve, and Snicky, my running coaches, if I miss anybody, not nothing personal, you know what I'm saying? But it's the team that we put around to get the person there. You're only as good as your team. Simple as that. You got a fucked up team, you ain't going nowhere.
You ain't lying.
Real shit.
Hey, Coach, I go back to just thinking about the whole Rise podcast about 2 years ago, and look where it's at now. One of the hottest on YouTube. You got the big time YouTubers coming over there.
Hey,
Looking for
y'all know my number, man. Boots, Spence, just come out and give us a shout out, yo. Y'all know that this platform is not for it's up to kids. It's to show us how we can work together and get that message out. And I always say this about Terrence and Spence. I love them both. Y'all both #1 in my book. Y'all need to do that thing like the Super Bowl dude who got the best commercial and sell a fight. Y'all gotta do that, man. Y'all gotta do that.
Turn into a big old event, have some parties, brief, everything, man.
So I'm
like them old Dog King days.
I'm looking forward to that, yo. That's a mega fight. You know what I'm saying? Because when Tank get that mega fight that he's looking for, you know what I'm saying? Watch how we get down. Watch how we get down.
I can't wait to see that. Cause you know it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. So right now, all we doing is just staying patient, enjoying life, stress-free.
And building the foundation.
Building the foundation. On the ropes, y'all.
Yo.
Peace.
You gonna see us when we in shape. When we in shape, oh, you gonna know.
You say you gonna know?
When we in shape, me and this guy right here, you gonna know.
I had some cutting last, that's why I was trying to opt out, but I said, nah, if I opt out, I do the same thing. Let the fighters do the same thing. I ain't opting out. Get your ass whooped, fuck it.
You said do what you gotta do, right?
Do what you gotta do. And my man Mike, that's what we do.
All day, every day. We gave it to each other today, man. That was good money.
Y'all was putting in work, man.
Put in the work.
How many coaches can say they actually get in the ring, man?
Man, what? Hey, man, look, when I tell you, he don't move like his age. He don't move like his age, trust me. That man, he moves. He moves, bruh. So, Rolly's motherfucking trainer, what's his name?
Damn.
Huh? Booker T. Man, you ain't ready for that. You not ready. You not ready. You not ready.
Look like y'all about to do some ad work too?
Yeah, we ready to ad work.
Well, this is not our whole routine. Our whole routine is consistent of every cheat right now. But the main thing we wanted to do was get them 5 rounds in, actually get our abs in, so at least we say we worked out today. And it's not, we did something. I don't like not doing nothing. But I talked to Coach, what's up, yo? He said, whatever you want to do. I said, nah, I ain't doing it because I don't let them quit. I don't let them take those days off unless I know that they've been grinding. The body sometimes can't push it through, But thanks, Mike. Man. Man. Yo, I like that work. I love it. Yo, see, I used to train Mike back in the days. So I know what to look for, and that nigga still got it. That nigga still got it. Hit me with a body shot. I said, ooh.
I saw you,
Ooh, okay. All right, let me go back to this shit. But it was good work. You seen it?
Yeah, I seen it. Good work. Real good work.
Can't believe it. 57 years old.
You hear that? 57. Don't even look like it, man.
I'm trying to get that body back, man. It's all right. I see that. Hey, tomorrow at what? 8, right? Emerson Avenue. Emerson High School, okay. Yo, I love this shit, man. Look at my brother right there. What's up? What you say? My 8. But you see, I didn't just constantly keep working. First day, man, Mike was like, God damn, Kenny was calling us old German Shepherds. What you calling his name? He's still calling us old German Shepherds. That's all right. Love you, baby.
Love you too.
Ah.
All right, Mike.
All right, big dog.
All right, Chad.
It's not how much you love to do something. You gotta build that shit up. 30 seconds, Mike. road.
Work today, man.
That's what we do all the time.
Now, why no headgear, Coach?
Huh?
Y'all did it with no headgear.
Man,
It makes you keep your hands up.
That's what we do.
Makes you keep your hands up.
Yeah.
You see shit, and we ain't killing each other. We throwing shots, but we know we get caught for good shot. We back off, go back to work and shit.
Now,
You know,
yeah.
and then we gotta learn like you'll hear me sometimes, yo nigga keep your hands up, and here this nigga keep your hands up. You get what I'm saying? So that's the main thing. When you got a coach can get in there and really show you shit and see the shots, it makes you keep your eyes open more. You know, because sometimes it get redundant with the same shit. You gotta make it more realistic. You know what I'm saying? That's
Best
all.
thing about it, we talk to each other while we work. We don't just get in there and just work. We talk to each other while we work so we can give each other knowledge and put us on what we're doing while we actually in here executing what we're doing. And plus we showing them what they supposed to do, you know what I'm saying? So while they sitting around, they watching us, working, they saying what we're supposed to be doing, we talking to each other while we're doing it. You know what I'm saying? You seen when he was throwing the hooks at me? He kept saying, the hands up, bop, the hands up, bop. Kept throwing the hook, I kept catching it, but it was to make me keep my hand up.
Yep.
So that was knowledgeable, you know what I'm saying? And
Same with him. I stole one of his shots today. I called it Mike Dutcher jab. One point I was just like, jab like Mike. Jab like Mike. And I was catching him with this shit. Then he stole my shot.
check out the bruise. I'm gonna let y'all see it. I don't give a fuck. I'm that much of a warrior. Cause I'm just that, I'm a warrior. But he caught me with an uppercut the other day, man. Put a nice bruise on my nose, man. So I kept on, he couldn't catch me today at all. But guess what? I stole his shit, and I was catching him with uppercuts. He catching me with the jabs, so I'm catching him with the uppercuts, so we stole each other's shit today. But it was nice work.
That's how you learn off each other.
Yes, sir.
But you see how we sit here and talk about it? That means if we wasn't in there killing each other, so we was looking at what we was doing, studying, getting better, standing there, working on our defense, catching shit. You know, like I sit there and say, when you sit there and you telling the kid what to do, can you do it?
I was gonna ask you that because by being in the ring, you can actually visually tell a fighter, like, look, I've done it. You can
See it.
Exactly.
You know,
So
but
now-
what we do it on training purposes and whatnot, and see do it work. How you get with it, how you clean it up. You know, but hey man, that shit was tense today.
Good money.
Motherfucker put the
Good
camera
money,
down
man.
here and started some shit.
Good money,
yo.
man. Look, we can't. Our fighters can't give us excuses on why they can't do something. If we can do it, if we can get in there and do it, at our old age, look, man, I don't want to hear no more. Coach, you get in there and do it.
Right, yeah,
I'm
that's
doing
their
it.
favorite word.
Yeah, favorite.
That's their favorite word. They quick
Coach,
to
you
they
do
say,
it.
Coach,
yeah.
you get in there.
We'll
and
do it real quick. I'll be the first one to jump in there with you, real
I
quick.
spar a little time machine. Yeah, that's my baby time machine, and he steals my moves. A couple moves he been done, I'm like, you stole, nigga, but that's good. You know what I'm saying? Last night I got him. I said, see, don't worry about you getting hit. You're going to get hit. Everybody got a right to get hit. It just don't want to get what? Clean.
Yeah.
That's all.
You don't want to-
Because remember we talked about that probably like a year ago. Remember when people were talking about Tank get hit too much? You're like, what boxer don't? You said clean is what you don't
that
want.
shit clean. Anybody can punch, but when you get hit with a clean shot, that nigga can punch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So again, we don't get in court of that. We just try to just pave the way, have some fun.
This my bro right here.
My man, one of my man, I got Coach Hunt.
I tell you, I love
Coach
this bro,
Steve,
this man right here.
Coach Mike. Pay
My bro right
attention.
here.
See, I know one day I'm gonna get old, and I need generals around so they can finish leading the Warriors. They generals. They generals, man. That's all we do. You know, he coming every day, get under Coach Kenny the Bible, tutor us, watch what we doing. That's the Bible. So everybody know Kenny is the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he keeps us on point. He does, yeah, hey, y'all two niggas slow it down a little bit. We need y'all for the youngins. We all right. But again, it's just all about having fun, and we're not getting him back in shape. I got Coach Troy. He's no fat boy. We'll get Troy next. we'll get his little fat ass in here. Yeah, but you know, that's what we do. Coaches should be able to get in there and exercise and work out, stay fit for the fighters too. Because at the end of the day, if the coach ain't fit, the fight ain't gonna be fit. You know, gotta be fit. Like damn, because we getting old.
The more we work out,
Yeah.
the more we can work out, the more we can burn them off.
Yeah.
And,
That's real
and
shit.
get them to work out harder. If we can get in here and show them that we can work out hard, we can get them in here and make them work just as hard or even harder. It's supposed to be harder. They're youth. They're the youth, so
See, Truck
make them
will
work
make me run. Like when we be on the track, he'll say, yo, give me a lap. I be like, all right, no, I give him a lap. Because that actually keep me young. You know, Tank could get in there, spar with me, play with me and shit, hit me with shit, say, okay, that nigga still can take a shot. You know what I'm saying? But that nigga can punch. You know, but they know all my secrets, they quick and whatnot, but I have fun with all of them, man, all of them. Have fun with them. But Mike, he just gave me second life, to tell you the truth, by making me, push me, making me work and whatnot. So that's
you giving it right back, because I'm telling you right now.
I appreciate that, y'all.
If it wasn't for you telling me to come in and do it with you, bro,
every day, yeah. He come here every day. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. And we having fun. I looked at his ass. I was like, okay, nigga, you coming down.
Little round kid. But it was
coming down.
It went down major. It went down major.
What you started off at?
211.
211. Yeah, well, we last time we got on 203 yesterday. You know what I'm saying? 203 yesterday. So that means every day we've been losing the right amount of weight every day. So we keep on for our 90-day regimen. You're gonna see a big difference.
That was from Monday.
Yeah.
So wherever you was Monday, and now, yeah, we don't.
Yeah, I was 195.
We don't.
I was 195 at one point. Now I'm down to 180.
What's the goal to get? Oh, you already told me back there. Yeah. With the bit. Yeah.
213.
Yeah.
When I first came back in here, I was 213 when I first came back in. And now I'm 203. Yesterday I was 203, so that's 10 pounds in 1 week. So, yeah. And that's with us training how we train. If we was in our youth, oh man, we probably would have burnt off 20 pounds.
Yeah, that's real shit though.
Real talk, man, yeah. We probably would have burnt off about 20 pounds.
Hey, Coach, you made me think about something, man. When that next put up or shut up?
We're working on it now.
Oh man, yes.
That was huge,
It was
man.
huge. We got a big show that we're doing there. I want to thank Gervonta Tank Davis, GTD Promotion, giving me the opportunity, man, to put this next show together. You know, to just keep it Tank name alive in the city, and to give hope to the youths in Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? This show gonna be epic that we're doing. You know, just watch our page. Just watch our page. All my GTD guys that won them GT belts, get ready to put them up again. Get ready to put them up again. You know what I'm saying? This time I got something special for y'all. Yeah. They my GTD winners. So if y'all watching this, man, give me a call. Hit me Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
When that happened, the next put up or shut up, because I do this thing in the dog world with my belt, right? Outstanding boxer of the night, gonna get this custom belt that I got, and I'm gonna put the GDD in the middle of it for them, man.
So this time I'm doing something special, real big for them. Doing something real big for them, especially all the ones that won that night. You know, I got GTD champions all over the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I'm looking forward to see y'all for this next event, man. You know, I'm really looking forward to y'all to come out, man, and represent your belt. You know what I'm saying? To show the world that, you know, it's a lot of GTD kids out here.
All right, man. I appreciate the time, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, on the ropes out here, up there now with Mia Killer B. Ellis, her dad, coach, and everything. Coach Kenny Ellis, what's good?
What's up? Yeah, back in the gym. You know, the beat goes on.
You know, Mia, I want to go back a little bit. Talk about the year that you've had this last year. A lot of ups and downs, a lot of personal things that you went through, but you were still right there in the heat of battle in the sport of boxing. Talk about the things that you went through this past year.
I would say about the last 8 months been rough for me and my family. I lost my brother, I lost my cousin, both just a couple days before my fights. But I be letting my pride get in the way, so I be like, I still gotta fight. So, because I know people coming to see me fight. So I just be like, I still gotta get in there and fight, get it over with.
Now, during that time, let's talk about the first loss that you dealt with. That was with your opponent.
Liz Juwan.
Was that back in December?
December
Yeah,
5th.
December. And during that time, you had lost your brother.
Yes.
Why did you continue to go along with the fight? And to you also, Coach Kenny, to follow up with that question, why did you allow Mia to go ahead with the fight?
The fights, on a big stage like that, you know, it goes along with TV time if somebody fall out, you know, it can mess up the whole card. And at the time, we thought Mia's mental was okay before the fight. And, she won, but right before and after, she was crying and everything. But she did enough to win the fight, thank God. The second fight, the one she just had, the second fight where she lost, my nephew and her first cousin, he died the day before the fight. And you know what's crazy? Both times Mia was taking a COVID test when the call came through for the first loss. My nephew, she was actually taking the COVID test when we got the phone call on each death. You know what I mean? So this last time we thought, because she got through it the first time, she would be okay the second time. But it was hard, man. It was extremely hard. Both of us was crying. My whole family was crying. My nephew, he had a bad accident and he didn't make it through the night. And it crushed us, man. It crushed us, but we thought we could, push through it.
Was there any point in time that the family might wanted to wait to let her know about that to after the fight, since it was the day before the fight?
When I got the news, I wanted to let her know right away because she was going to see it on social media.
Oh, okay.
She was going to see it because people were posting, friends, family, rest in peace. You know how it goes. She was going to see it anyway, so it was best to let her know before the fight, and rather for her to find out the day of the fight, going into the ring. You know what I mean? To this day, it's been almost a month now.
It's been a month.
Yeah. And it's going to be a while before we, get over it, if we ever get over it,
Mia, I gotta ask you, what was your mindset like in that fight? Was you even mentally there at all? The second one.
Not at all. My mindset was, like you said, I did it the first time, so I should be able to do it the second time. But to be honest, while I was in the ring, the whole time I'm thinking like, I just want to go on to my family. I wasn't even worried about the fight, to be honest. I just wanted to get home to my family.
And the second time, it took her back to the first time. So she was dealing with both of them at the same time, And I started to pull the fight, man. But Mia wanted to go on with the fight, and they were already moving fights around on the card. So if I would have pulled Mia fight, it would have made a worse situation for the promotion, and I didn't want to do that to maybe a promotion, So, God knows best, man, and we'll run it back in the future, It's not going to stop us from our mission. It's not going to stop. We still on a mission. We want to be world champions, so put our trust in God and keep moving,
With that being said, Coach Kenny, being a coach and also a dad, just seeing her in the ring during that fight, was there any moment in time that you was like,
Actually, the fight was close. We went 2 weight classes up. Well, actually, we went up to 35. Mia had to eat to make the weight. The other young lady, her last fight was at 45, so she come down. The fight was close, but in the final round, Mia got caught with a shot and she fell. And I think that's what made the difference. She got up and finished the fight out, but that's what made the difference.
That point right there.
And a lot of people, they say they thought it shouldn't have been no less than a draw. Some people thought Mia won the fight, but it is what it is, That's the fight game.
Yeah, because like I said, it was a battle in there, but I could see in your eyes, like it just seemed like mentally, like you was somewhere else. You could definitely tell that. You could definitely tell you was somewhere else.
It was the best fight camp so far that Mia had. We trained in Florida, we was doing everything perfect, man. And then we had the call about my nephew's, death, and it just took its absence of everything, man. Mia didn't have any legs going into the fight. My nerves is all over the place, crying in the hotel, It was terrible. And Mia had her own room. I had to check on her every so often to make sure she was good, It was terrible, man. It's still terrible to this day, man. Put our trust in God and just keep moving.
A lot of people don't know that, man. Like, with this area of Baltimore, specifically Upton Gym, a lot of losses over the years, and that's why it's so important this gym is to the community to keep the kids off the street. And even during that time, you still lose kids.
My nephew, he wasn't killed by gun violence.
Yeah, correct.
He was in an automobile accident, but we lost several fighters out here. You know, they made the wrong decision and they died in the streets to gun violence, you know. But it's been rough, man. It's been rough. All we can do is keep the faith and keep moving, you know. Keep moving. And that's what we're doing.
Now, Mia, when do you see yourself back in action? Do you want to give yourself a little time off, or are you ready to just really get back in there?
We think about this month, July. Later this month. If not July, then I'm going for September.
And that's her decision. Again, she want to fight, so, you know.
Now, will the fight be locally?
The September fight, I know we tried to do it here in Baltimore. But in July, we don't got no information yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We'll go with the flow, you know.
Man, other than that, man, what else has been going on with you, Mia?
No, I'm just chilling.
Training hard, that's it, you know. That's all we can do.
Man, I see you got some new tats, too.
Oh, my God.
Man, what you think about that, Coach K?
Man, we just had a conversation on that yesterday.
Man, look at
I
this.
ain't even done yet, though, so.
That's my nephew, the one just passed away.
Right there?
Yeah. And longtime teammate, god brother. So I passed away back in December.
Oh, and I see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. Oh, I didn't even notice that kid, the butterfly tattoo.
This generation crazy, man.
Oh, where your tats at, Coach Kitty?
I'm going back to God the way he sent me here. I ain't perfect, but I'm gonna try my best to take him back the best I can. Take his body back to him, you know?
You know why I got you, man. How proud of you, man, the things that you see Tank doing right now.
I'm super proud. I watched him mature. He's just like a whole nother person now. Last camp was perfect. He was on time for everything. He trained hard every day. It was perfect, so I'm proud of him.
What's one of the biggest differences you've seen in him in this camp?
It ain't that many people around him. He was more focused.
Yeah, he cut his crowd down.
Yeah.
His mental, his time management is better. You know, he's getting proper rest, he's eating better. You know what I mean? And they're a family man. You know, he loves his kids and it's making a difference in his boxing career. You know, God willing.
And he listened.
Yeah, he want to do so much more in the game. You know, he listened. A lot of stuff that, you know, he thought he needed, he realized he don't need it. You know, like the fancy cars and stuff.
On the material thing.
Yeah. You know, he got good stuff, but he know he don't need it now, so that's a plus.
Yeah, he like more
mature.
laid back now.
Yeah.
Not as flashy.
Humble, real humble.
Yeah, humble.
And sometimes we gotta go through the experience.
Well, what you think sparked that change?
His kids.
Kids do that to you.
Yeah. My kids did. I was running the streets left and right back in the day, but when I had my babies came, I could slow down.
You 100% though. I remember I had the little convertible, everything. But when you get them kids, you change your change. Yeah.
You know, things we used to do, we can't do no more. It's about the kids now. And what I did to better myself, when my kids were born, if they couldn't go, I didn't go, and it made things better. You know, if I can't take my kids, I ain't going. And it changed because I was.
You know, it's funny you say that, Coach King. I was going to ask you that, man. Being married, man, how hard is it when you on the road like that?
I've been married, August will be 30 years. Thank God I got a wife to understand, a wife that supports.
Not everybody going to be understanding.
Yeah, my wife support me 110%, man. And I haven't had any problem, man.
Was it hard in the beginning though? Because remember when you always told the story
when I
how
met my wife, I was into boxing. I've been into boxing all my life, and my wife knew it. She watched big fights. We watched fights together. You know what I mean? She knew it. It's funny because we used to watch the fights. Now I'm in the set. Now she watching me. It's crazy. So she understands and she supported.
You know, I go back to when we first talked about it, how you took the gamble and faith in yourself. Remember you were dealing with the Uber, Lyft, and everything, and you did this full time?
I used to do underground work. I walked away from the job because we go to tournaments with the kids, we travel with the pros, and every time you go to the boss and say, look, I need next week off or next month off, they don't want to hear it. So I walked away on faith. I believe, me and Coach Calvin believed in what we doing.
We was talking about that a few years ago. I was going through that.
Yeah,
I was going through that.
Leave it alone, but we believed it. So now I'm doing boxing full time, thank God. You know, believe in it, man. Just, all you gotta do is believe in it.
Hey, Mid, I gotta ask, do you see yourself coaching one day?
I'm already coaching.
Yeah, because that's why I asked you that. That's why I asked you that, because I see you doing it a lot. I said, like really, once you're done, committed to.
Yeah, I can see myself doing it.
We got a group of girls that come in the evening. See, Mia get her training in the morning, and she trains some at night. But she trained the girls, and she wanted to.
What time in the evenings? What time in the evenings?
5 to 7.
I'm gonna have to swing through with my dog. What the classes cost?
What is it? How much is it for you?
15 and under is free, but adults is $120 for the whole year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta get them through here, man. Yeah, it's something
they had
different.
A nice group downstairs working last night.
So is it all girls?
All female.
Okay.
It's all girls.
Yeah, with your class. Okay, yeah, I got
She
bring it
already
through.
coaching, and that's a plus, you know what I mean? When she finished her professional career, she can move on and stay in boxing, help the other girls come through, you know?
Yeah, man. I gotta say, man, I truly appreciate your time as always. I'm glad I was on today. Get out here, man.
Appreciate you, man. This is what we do. You're more than welcome all the time, man, you know?
Yes.
All the time.
Man, I gotta ask you, man, why I got you, man. That young dog, Jaleel, man.
Let me tell you something. When the time comes, put your money on Jaleel. I seen Jaleel do 15 rounds with Gervonta Davis, and I seen Jaleel run some other guy. I got some classic sparring sessions, but I ain't gonna put it out there. But Jaleel put that heat on a lot of people.
I heard you talking about the other night on the podcast.
He ran some jokers out of that ring. But yeah, put that money on Jaleel because he got the gas tank.
I want to go back to a story because when Coach Calvin then went out for the press conference with Tank, you stayed behind to work with Jaleel. Why was that important to you?
You know, Jaleel just getting with the Mayweather team, and they looking for him to show up. His dad, everybody's doing a good job with him. Say everybody help. It take a village to raise a child. So I said, let me drop some tips for him too. So, you know, so I stayed back to help him out, and then it helps relax the fighter too. We got all the help and support, so when he go into the ring, he won't be nervous. You know what I mean? So I said, let me help him out a little bit. You know.
You know, I'm glad you talked about it because, you know, Coach Calvin calls you the Bible. Now, when it comes to Gervonta Tank Davis and game planning, what you do, first thing you do is grab the clips of the fighter that...
Let me clear something out first. I've been around boxing 43, 44 years. They call me the Bible, but it's not because I read every magazine and I study everything. It's just that I learned so much just by being around the sport. Older coaches, I witnessed some of the coaches that are gone now. I witnessed their work and sitting around and listening to boxing business behind the scene. I learned the do's and don'ts, and that's why I know so much. It's a lot that I don't know, but I experienced and learned a lot, and that's why they call me the Bible.
I guess where I was going with it, because you know how people, they don't understand when you setting up for that devastating knockout, because you love knockouts.
Yeah, I love knockouts, because if you knock a fighter out, that's less punches you have to take. The fight over with. You know what I mean? It's good to see a 12-round fight, but if you can get it over with, get it over with.
Because remember that video where you were training Tank? It's basically setting up for that punch that he did.
Yeah. And Coach Calvin too. We all worked on it throughout the camp. It just so happened I posted that. You know what I mean? But we worked on that shot, and going into the fight, the plan was to let Rolly chase us the first half of the fight because he'd get clumsy, and when he started reaching, counter, and that's exactly what Tank did. Everybody talking about Tank was cautious. Oh, Rolly too strong. Tank being cautious. No, we wanted wanted Rolly to come and start stumbling and reaching, because that's what he did.
You know, the truth be told, Coach Kenny, it reminded me of a sparring session. You know when Tank started talking and he was talking to people by the ring?
He was so relaxed in that fight, man. He was talking to his mom. He was talking to Rolly's coach.
Rolly coach? Everybody.
Oh, he's out. Rolly, you out boxing. I'm saying,
he said, shut the fuck up.
You know boxing? Come on, man.
I think Tank told him, shut the F up. I was like, what?
Me and Calvin always kicking it in the corner by the fight. Going up and say, Calvin, Tank baiting that man. But me and Calvin, I said, look, Rolly's stumbling. Me and Calvin, we sit beside laughing. Look, he's stumbling already. And then when Tank come back to the corner, when he start reaching, counter his ass. And that's what he did. Boom! Lights out. And that, you know, Tank, Rolly think he won the fight up until that point, but if you go back and look, Tank was tagging Rolly with some shit, man. If his corner even telling him he won that fight, he need to find some new coaches.
They lying.
Because they lying to him. You gotta be 100 with your fight, you know what I mean?
How close is Tank to being the #1 man in boxing?
Tank is the #1 man in boxing. Everywhere we go, Tank sell out. Even in the UK, he sell out. Before he turned professional, we had fights in here, 350 capacity, but 2,000 people trying to get in the building. We did a showdown, his last amateur fight down Shaking Bay. 5,000 people tried to get in. They had 2,700 inside. 5,000 was trying to get in. Tank been selling out since he was a kid. So it's only right for him, you know, he's the man.
That's even Canelo's favorite fighter.
Yeah.
The man who's supposed to be the man.
He sell just like Tyson and Canelo. The last fight he had, 19,000 and some people. They were like a few thousand over the capacity. They had to bring out overflow chairs.
See, okay, I'm glad you said this right. This is a great point here because, of course, Bill was on the Rise podcast last night. You know, this got me to thinking, right? Bruh, them belts don't mean nothing. Tank is
all roads in the lightweight division leads to Gervonta. If you're a real champion, you gotta fight Tank, or you're not a real champion.
You gotta see him.
Not just Haney, anybody. Tank is the truth, man.
And they gotta recognize that when they come to the table.
And only thing that stop, I told Bill, only thing that stop that fight is fear. Not right now, they sound like they want it. Tank want it. Only one thing can stop that fight, and that's fear.
You know, it's funny too, because, you know, that's the only time I heard Tank say a fighter name like,
yeah,
Devin, I want that fight.
Because of the spawn wars that they talk about. Some people say Tank won, Haney beat Tank up. All
right.
Squash all that, you know?
You said forget all that. We want.
Take the fight, just like Rolly said. Rolly was talking about Tank ain't show up twice. He scared me. Squash all that. Show up at the fight. You saw what happened to Rolly, you know?
Is that fight really closer than what people think, or that's a year away?
The Haney fight?
Yeah, if it even happens.
I wish it could happen this year, but I don't. If Cambosa could take some step aside money, it can happen. Hopefully it could happen this year. I would love for it to happen this year, but it look like they're gonna prolong it as long as they can. We want it though. We want it next week. We want it next week.
Hey man, let me ask you, who's some of the bright young talent that you see coming up, the next wave of Upton coming up? Yeah.
We got Lorenzo, Chuck Simpson, Too Sharp, even from the amateurs, Time Machine.
Yeah, that's what I was speaking more towards the amateurs, like.
Shake and Bake, Superfly.
There's so much talent in here, man. Oh my goodness, we got kids 6, 7 years old ain't have a fight yet, and they look like professional fighters, man. So we got Cubs coming for the next 25, 30 years.
All right, how Junior coming along, man? How Junior coming along?
Right now, Junior cracking.
Junior crazy.
What'd you say?
Junior crazy.
He coming along good, man. He's scheduled just.
No fear?
His first fight gonna sell out. He gonna sell out.
Okay, Coach Kenny. You know, we know dogs. Now, you heard Bill last night. He said he started talking about pit bulls and dogs, right?
I wasn't on last night, but I missed that.
No, you must have missed it last night when he was comparing. He said Devin would be considered an ace dog. He said Tank would be like a head dog. Like, Because compare him to like knockouts and stuff. That's all he just go. I was like, what?
Wow.
What's your thoughts on that?
Listen, if Tank was a dog, he'd be triple grand champion. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And his blood would sell. Everybody would want to breed with him. You know
He'd be top dog breed right there. That's what I want. That's what
best
I want.
bloodline in the business.
Short, compact.
Oh my goodness, man.
Fight all day.
Mm-hmm. And then all you Bob Barker fans, we talking about sled pulling.
Yeah. Oh yes, that is correct. Don't be writing me.
You know, we talking about sled pulling now.
Hey, y'all know I only cover bullies now, y'all. I have not been to one of them fights.
Show dogs.
Show dog. But yeah, I had to ask you about that.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Man, you should have been on that joint last night. I know you would have chimed in on that one.
Top dog, man. You know.
Man, but I appreciate your time as always. All right, man.
I appreciate you having us on.
All right, we out.
Peace.